Hello students, this is exercise number 24 of the Progressive Monthly Magazine, February 2022 on the speed of 100 words per minute. Start. Sir, this entire discussion has been initiated by the finance minister. He feels somewhat optimistic about the economic situation. I confess that this is the one point on which I must disagree. The situation today is something that causes much concern. There is rising unemployment. The prices are also rising. Finance Minister feels that there is justification for viewing the situation, hopefully because he thinks that the infrastructures are performing very well. I do not understand on what basis he has come to this conclusion. He says that the power generation is more satisfactory than last year. But should he be satisfied with power generation of 51%? Should the efficiency not be very much greater? There is no reason why the power stations should not be operating more efficiently, and useless you insist upon it. You cannot obtain a requisite degree of improvement in efficiency. But in any case, to be complacent and say that the infrastructure is performing well is very strange. Similarly, in the case of coal, you put enormous sums of money in an industry which is also the next basic industry. The results are unsatisfactory. The production remains as unsatisfactory as ever while the costs are increasing. When he says the price situation is under control, I do not know on what basis the price situation is said to be under control. I am sorry that he places too much reliance upon statistics. The interpretation of statistics is important and they are capable of being manipulated in any manner as one would like in order to produce conclusion that one desires. Statistics are undoubtedly necessary. They were to be collected, but we have to judge them, we have to interpret them very carefully. I would say then, when the finance minister forms the conclusion in regard to price situation, he should ask the housewives and see what they have to think about the price situation. Inflation is really increasing, rising very seriously. Every household is deeply disturbed. In such a position, to say that the price situation is under control is scarcely right. What is still more unfortunate is the fact that so many decisions are being taken which must lead to further increases in prices. The railways freight rates have been increased within a year, and I do not know whether it is part of the next budget exercise that is being carried on. Similarly, postal charges have been raised considerably, each of them resulting in a revenue increase of rupees 400 crores to rupees 500 crores of rupees. What can be the effect of all these increases? Then there are administered prices which also continue to be administered upwards always and not downwards. What are the prices administered for? In order to see that the public sector enterprises produce revenues and increase budgetary revenues. It is quite clear that every step that is being taken like this must result in increase in prices. Further, Mr. Finance Minister says that tax revenues continue to display buoyancy. This is the one statement in regard to which I can have no difference of opinion. It is showing buoyancy. But there again, I would like to warn the finance minister that the buoyancy is not going to continue at the same rate and in the same manner that it has been in the past. At least, if it does so, I shall be very happy. But the chances of its being happening are small. He says the foreign exchange reserves are at comfortable level. I am very glad he thinks so. He may even say that they are comfortable. If they are at comfortable level, then there is certainly going to be greater drain upon it because steps being taken to stimulate exports further and so on and so forth. But I think the balance of payments position is precarious and, as he himself admits, is one of the issues which causes him concern, and quite rightly so. I would like to draw his attention to the fact that the imports have been liberalized and over liberalized as a stage when rupee is for all practical purposes devalued. Imports, therefore, must cost very much more and increase the chain on limited foreign exchange reserves. Liberalization of imports is necessary, but only in highly selective areas. That was not done. I think in their initial enthusiasm, they have overdone it. The second point of concern was about the rise of government expenditure. On that count, what has he done? Nothing is done. On the other hand, governmental expenditure has gone up and will go up now further because of the pay commission's recommendations which government has already implemented. There are other things which are beyond his control, like the natural calamities which must be attended to, and substantial sums of money will have to be provided. I hope that the finance minister realizes that for the next year he has provided certain amount in his anticipatory budget, about rupees 500 crores.